Hi everybody, my name is Carter Andrew. Like my friends in the audience, I attend Telluride High School. And for my internship, I went to that's the wrong button, right? Okay, Conservation Metrics, which is in the beautiful Santa Cruz, California. And before I dive into my whole presentation, I want to tell you a quick story. And so, second day of my internship, I biked to work. I got to bike, which was amazing. And I pull up, and there's one person there who got a little bit before me. I head into the kitchenette. I'm making myself a cup of tea. They're drinking coffee. We're talking. And all of a sudden, we hear this snap. And the ceiling panel up in the up the top, it starts shaking up and down, all right? And the next second, I'm not kidding you, a rat falls out of our ceiling, all right? Yeah. And what happens is my colleague he looks at the rat, takes a sip of his coffee, and he says to me, "Welcome to CMI." Up, okay. This is gonna... Down. It doesn't seem to be working. I'm clicking the down arrow, man. I don't. That's. Maybe okay, that works. Yeah, all right. And so, like I said, I went to the beautiful Santa Cruz, California, right on the beach. I was located like a block from the beach, and so I got to bike to work every day along the beach, which was like a 10-minute bike ride. It was absolutely amazing. Let's keep pointing that up. All right, so what is conservation metrics? What conservation metrics does is basically conservation science through the use of artificial intelligence. And so we have a number of clients from around the world, which you can see here on this map. And these clients will send us massive amounts of data, basically. They can range from drone photographs of Aleutian terns in the Alaskan plains to elephants in South Africa. And we take this data and we put it into an AI learning algorithm that we customize for a lot of different clients because we get a bunch of different types of data. And we spit out statistics that could be never be done by humans at an unprecedented rate for an unprecedented price. Yeah, trying to sell it. All right. So for my internship, I had 3 different projects that I worked on. And so the first project was to create a custom firmware program for a device called an audio moth. That's that little thing down in the corner over there. I also created a multi-threaded file reader. Those of you who are programmers will understand the irony of that. And that access custom data from a company called Wildlife Acoustic Song Meters. And I helped refine and efficientize our animal recognition software for images, which is something like you would see right there. And so these are audio moths. These are little devices. They cost about $50. They were developed at... I believe, the University of California, Los Angeles, and these are amazing little devices that we can use to get massive amounts of data because they're so cheap. You just put them in a little plastic bag and pop them out in the field. The problem with these is that they do not have set cycles so that you can set these up to, they don't have any kind of reference of time. And so we can't set these up to work on sunset and sunrise, which is really, really vital when you're trying to record wildlife acoustics. And so what I worked on was creating a custom firmware for these devices, which is going in and actually changing the program inside it and how it interacts with the hardware to make it so we could import a matrix of times for it to turn on and off, so that we could make it work on the times we needed. My second project was working with this, all right? And so these right here are the song meters that I was talking about earlier. Here, you're going to come back. All right, never mind, but it's gone now. So I worked with this gibberish right here. I basically took this stuff and I converted it into the little ones and zeros that compromise what we make, what computers are made of, and then I turned it into meaningful data. There was probably one website online on actually how this worked, so it was really, really interesting. I learned so much about how computer memory worked that I never would have known without this. And my third project, this is the interesting one that actually has to do a lot more with artificial intelligence. Our company worked with a 50-layer neural net If you know what that is, good for you. It's, yeah, no. So what it does is it'll go through thousands upon thousands upon thousands of images and basically guess at what kind of pictures look like birds. And so we can classify a bunch of different birds, or we also use this to classify rabbits. I got to see a bunch of cute little bunnies. And so, yeah, as you can see, what I helped work on was going into these like thousands upon thousands of lines of code and finding little parts of it that I could make work a little bit better or make a little bit more efficient to make the program run more smoothly, because it's extremely computationally intensive. And this was absolutely amazing because I don't have any idea how really artificial intelligence works. I wish I did, but I got to have a little sneak peek into like all of this amazing like data science that I'm so intrigued by, and it was so cool. All right. All of this work that I did, I accomplished all 3 of these tasks, and this got me on Conservation Metrics Hall of Fame. If you want to go to the website and see me, I'm on there. I'm also the only person on there, I think, that hasn't gone to college, so. All right, so here's a little bit of what I learned. I vastly improved my understanding of how memory works in computers. I learned primitive aspects of a neural network. I learned how to code in C++, something I hadn't learned before. And I learned a little bit of R. I also learned some MATLAB, which is crazy complex. I learned how to actually export finished code projects. In school, we've made projects, but we've never actually like finalized a product to hand off to like a member of our team to like continue on with. I learned about a lot of seabirds. That's mainly what Conservation Metrics is focused on. I also, as you can see, learned I'm not a very good surfer. Yeah. I learned how to collaborate and communicate in a professional setting, and I think this is one of the most vital skills that I took away from this internship. Because before this, I've never really worked in a professional setting. I'm just, like Josh said way earlier, I'm just like a high school student. I don't know much, but this gave me like a really good sense of like what it's like to collaborate, communicate, and work in a professional environment, which was really, really amazing. All right. So outside my host family, I could not have had a better match. I know you're out in the audience somewhere, but yeah. The Tershis are just the most amazing people. That right there is Finn Tershi. That's Bernie. That's my little brother. That's Russell, that's Erica, and that's Navia. And so these were the people that I stayed with for my internship. They are Telluride locals. They're really good at surfing. I'm not. And it was just such a good time. They're all into the skateboarding. I actually found this internship through skateboarding, which was so cool to me. And it could not have been a more perfect match. All right. Outside of work, I did a lot. It was amazing. All right. Skateboarding, obviously, but Erica taught at a college, or was teaching a course over the summer, and so I got to go out with the team and look at a bunch of critters. We got pictures with snakes. We got pictures. Where's the crab one? There's a big crab right there. Yeah. We got to travel to all these amazing places, and of course, I got to hang out on the beach. I got to surf. And I also got to go to Yosemite, which I've never done before, so that was really, really amazing. Also, I apologize for all these awkward photos, but and so my advice for future interns is reach out to companies, because Sarah is an amazing, amazing woman, but she is also a very busy, busy woman. And so by reaching out to companies, you can not only extend your own opportunities, but extend Sarah's for you, which can create amazing internships like mine did. All right, I would like to thank everyone, Sarah especially.